thing this year, a team that I absolutely adore is the San Francisco 49ers. I am a huge Jimmy Garoppolo fan. I love Jimmy Garoppolo. And I think that last year they were just ripped apart by injuries. It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Last year Jimmy got hurt, Jerick McKinnon got hurt, which we'll get to, because this is the topic I want to talk about, is their backfield this year. Jerick McKinnon, they paid Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah.
And, I mean, everyone saw that picture last year of him in the gym where he just looked absolutely monstrous. And he was, like, I drafted him in the 3rd round last year, and that was considered a good pick before he got hurt, obviously. How good do you think he would have been? And looking to this year, where do you see Jerick McKinnon and Tevin Coleman and all these running backs that they have playing into each other in that backfield?
Yeah. Well, that's the interesting part about the question is, I would not be surprised if any single one of them took the reins as the lead back in the offense, because with Kyle Shanahan, the way he's run his offense in the past, there has pretty much been, there's the lead dog who gets the early down work, the goal line work, most of the 3rd down work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the guy who comes in on the other parts of the 3rd downs. He comes in as a change of pace back, and he has a big role in the offense. In the past, it was Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman. And now you have this 3-headed monster, which sort of, you would think, leaves an odd man out if the offense is to be run the way it has in the past. And it seems like it's trending in that direction, too, because there have been reports saying that there's going to be one of the 3 every week is going to be a healthy scratch. And they're going to just go with the 2 main guys and run them for most of the season. So who do I think is going to be the lead dog? I have always loved Tevin Coleman. I personally believe that he's more talented as a player than Devontae Freeman. He offers pretty much everything you want in a running back. He's a great receiver. He's got great breakaway speed.
Yeah, he can break tackles. He's not a small guy.
No, he's not a small guy, and that was what was so interesting, because Devontae and him sort of played opposite roles what you would expect them to play, because Devontae's like this 5'9", short, shifty guy.
Yeah.
You think he's their 3rd down back, but no, he's their early down grinder. And then you have Tevin Coleman, who's this tall, like strong guy. You think he's going to be their goal line early down guy, but no, they had reverse roles. So Tevin Coleman can be an every down back. That's what I like about him, is I know he has that skill set. But I also like Matt Breida because he showed some nice things last year. He was one of the best graded receiving backs per PFF last year. He had a 90.1 grade, which I know that Kyle Shanahan, as an innovative offensive mind, values that. So that is something that's really important. So I could see him sort of taking on the Tevin Coleman role, and Tevin Coleman sort of taking on the Devontae Freeman role.
And then where does that leave Jerick McKinnon?
That's the question,
because,
right?
Jerick McKinnon with the Vikings was just this explosive chess piece that they had, that they would just put in the game when they needed a big thing, or, to get a 1st down, or, he's an excellent pass catcher.
Yeah.
Excellent pass catcher. He's explosive.
Yeah.
Strong. He's so strong.
He actually still has the record for most reps of the bench press at the combine for running back.
Yeah, and which is unbelievable.
His athleticism in all other aspects.
Yeah, he is just a firework.
Yeah.
You put him on the field, and you never know what's going to happen. I absolutely love Jerick McKinnon, and I mean, this might be a 49ers offense where the ball is being fumbled a lot through that backfield.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Pettis and Deebo Samuel that they drafted this year and all that, but
Kittle.
And Kittle too, but
he's got to get his.
Yeah, but I mean, how are all these dogs going to eat on this offense? I mean, it's an interesting thing, It's
well, I mean, Jerick. What makes him the odd man out to me is the injury last season. A, and B, his contract, as you mentioned, they did pay him, but they front loaded his contract, so pretty much all the guaranteed money is already used up from last year when he was injured.
Yeah.
So they could, and this is what I thought they were going to do when they signed Tevin Coleman, they could just release him straight up and with very little penalty against the salary cap. But I don't think that's what they want to do. They kind of want to keep him in there, and I think they're going to use him like the Vikings did for years, which is a very situational role, not many touches, and just sort of bring him in as a change of pace, and as opposed to how I think they're going to use Tevin and Breida, where they are game scripted into the offense. Like, they are going to get their plays drawn up for them, and when they're on the field, they are a threat to touch the ball.
Right.
Whereas I think Jarek is going to be more like they have situations where they want to bring him in, or like let's say, 3rd and long, they want to bring in Jarek maybe and make him run a wheel route or something like that. I think that's the best way you can use Jarek, especially coming off an ACL tear, which
like how the Vikings used him last year.
Yeah, yes, like how the Vikings used him throughout his whole career, pretty much, which I don't think is ideal for his skill set. Injuries may say otherwise, but I think he can be an every down back.
Yeah.
But I just think when you have these other 2 guys that have proven they can play these roles that Kyle Shanahan likes to play running backs in, I don't see why you need Jarek McKinnon to be an every down back, and so you might as well just use him in the role that he has excelled at on the Vikings, in my opinion.
When we're talking about, old Vikings running backs, one name and one backfield that has now gotten a little bit murky was when Mark Ingram left New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, okay, Alvin Kamara is going to eat this year. Like, this is going to be Alvin Kamara's, not his breakout year because he's already broken out, but you know what I mean. It's like Mark Ingram's gone. It's time for it to be Alvin's backfield. But then they go get Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
And Latavius Murray was the thing holding Dalvin Cook back last year.
Yeah.
And, it almost makes me think, will he be the thing holding back Alvin Kamara this year? Like, will they use him as much as they used Mark Ingram? Will they use him less than they used Mark Ingram?
I think, personally, I think people want to insert him into the Mark Ingram role because it's not like Mark Ingram is anything special. Mark Ingram is not Alvin Kamara. Mark Ingram isn't even Tevin Coleman.
No, he's trash.
We can call him trash. I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. But the point is, I don't think it's the role. I think it's more that I don't think they need. I think any touches you take away from Alvin Kamara, you're hurting your team because Alvin Kamara is extremely efficient. He's an excellent receiver, and he's not too shabby as a runner either. So they want to limit his touches. Don't get me wrong, because they don't want him to get hurt. He's an important piece, and they've been successful using him in the non-workhorse role that they've used him in up until this point. So I don't think they want him to be, their every down guy, because he can still be good in a timeshare. But at the same time, I don't think that Mark Ingram role is going to be filled by just one person. I think it's going to be a little bit of Latavius Murray, probably primarily Latavius Murray, because he fits the mold of Mark Ingram more than any other running back on that team. But they're looking at signing Theo Riddick. They still have. I would have to, if you don't mind, I'm going to pull up their lineup because I know they have some guys.
Well, you do that. Do you remember when they had what was his name, Hightower, who would come in for?
Tim Hightower. He got tossed around our fantasy league quite a bit.
He really did. And Hightower was this weird little piece that they love to use in weird ways. And
it's not like he was even good. They just put him on the field just to be there.
Honestly, he's not even in the. I bet.
He's not.
Yeah, he's not in the league anymore.
He spent some time with the 49ers, interestingly enough, before he retired. Okay. Yeah. So here we are. So they just signed Rob Kelly today.
Right.
He's a power back. They got Javorius Allen. Like I said, they're looking at signing.
It's weird
Theo
that they
Riddick.
signed Buck Allen.
Yeah.
Because Buck Allen for the Ravens was the pass catcher. Buck Allen's fantasy line would be like 9 catches.
And they used him on the goal line a ton, which they did with Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
Right?
But, he kind of has that weird Kamara-Ingram split of how teams used him.
Yeah.
I mean, they would throw him the ball, I mean, not that Buck Allen is even on that level of Alvin
No,
Kamara,
but that's how the Ravens used him for some reason.
Yeah.
He was never good. And then here's another guy. I heard about this guy today. Divine Ozigbo. Never heard of him before, but apparently he's making splashes in training camp.
Really?
So I think that Mark Ingram role is going to be a lot of guys. I don't think it's just going to be Latavius Murray. I did at one point, but I think it's going to be primarily Latavius Murray with a lot of other guys mixed in. So it's Alvin Kamara is the guy you fancy,
Absolutely.
without question.
Agreed.
But there's going to be other guys.